Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the film Terrifier 2. This film was released October 6, 2022 by Dark Age Cinemas and directed by Damien Leone, who had also brought you All Hallows Eve, which kind of spawned the character of Art the Clown for most people. It was originally in the short film Terrifier. Character got brought over to the sequence in All Hallows Eve, which spawned the film Terrifier, and now we have Terrifier 2. He had also directed the film Frankenstein vs. the Mummy. This film stars Elliot Fulham as Jonathan, Lauren Levira as Sienna, Georgia McPhail as the Demon Girl, which is probably one of my most favorite characters in this new film. And then, of course, you have David Howard Thornton, who reprises his role as Art the Clown. The Demon Girl is like Art's little sidekick. And it's when you see the movie, I will try and find a photo of her somewhere online. And if I can, I will put it right here. But when I was looking for photos earlier, it wasn't pulling anything up. So it would just tell me her name, and she played the Demon Girl. But it wouldn't give me any photos or anything like that, I guess, while it's still in theaters. But this film also stars Chris Jericho and Felissa Rose as a couple of characters in the film. But this movie pretty much starts off exactly where the first one ended, at the morgue. And it picks up following Art the Clown and where he takes his antics, if that's what you want to call them, back out into the world. So, and what I thought was interesting, and I don't know if I just missed it in the first Terrifier, but you see what he's carrying around in his trash bag of treats in this film, and there's a couple of funny scenes involving that that I enjoyed. But essentially, you start back at the morgue. Things get real pretty quick, and Art gets back out there in the world. You have the character of Sienna and Jonathan, who you're introduced, brother and sister, at the beginning of the film, getting costumes together and ready for Halloween. Jonathan wants to be the character of Art the Clown for Halloween, and Sienna's just like, that's bizarre. Like, Mom, you got to do something about this. This is creepy. Next thing you know, he's going to be cutting frogs in half in his bedroom, like a weirdo. So it kind of follows that line, and you start to think that this kid might be a little bizarre in his own right. But as the story progresses, that changes along with it. But you start to realize that this family has like some connection to what's going on, to the character of Art and the past murders that had taken place. This weird, like, foreshadowed connection that sort of brings them together. And I think that's kind of neat in the storyline. One thing I wasn't a big fan of is that there's this like touch of supernatural experiences that took place during throughout the storyline, whether it be a fire that happens in the middle of the night or this huge ending that you end up getting that is all supernatural. And it just, I guess it just goes along with the movie. I mean, at the very end of the first Terrifier, Art comes back to life, so you get supernatural abilities in the first film, but it just sort of goes and grows from there. Again, you get the character of this demon girl when Art gets back on the streets. There's a scene where he goes to a laundromat to get himself cleaned up before he goes back out into the world, because I think a bloody clown is a bit suspicious. So he decides to do some laundry and stuff like that, and while he's there, he encounters this demon girl who is like a little clown-like demon girl. and she has this just strange look about her the entire movie. This huge grin, very much in the style of Art, and they become friends early on in the movie, and it's kind of funny as you see that unfold. But the character of Art the Clown is, throughout the film, working his way to Sienna and Jonathan. And of course, people die along the way. You have the character of Allie, who is Sienna's friend. Allie's played by Cassie Hartnett. Best death in the entire movie, I'm sure, in my opinion, and I know it was my brother's favorite death in the movie, because it was so involved. It didn't just, the death didn't just occur and then you sort of moved on, and maybe it came back a little later. It lingered. And it was, they were talking about it in the special features after the film, about how, because of COVID and shutdowns, they got to really dive deep into the scene and make it as gruesome and just disgustingly terrifying as they could. And they did just that. They had a one part with an animatronic that just really made the scene very eerie and just next level for that moment. And the entire time you have Art there just being Art the Clown. So to add that on top of it, it just really boosted the scene. You don't necessarily have the hacksaw scene from the first Terrifier. You don't have a scene quite like that in this one that really turned a lot of people off. But if anything's close to that, it's this scene that I'm talking about here, and it's the first like really big death that you get. Like there's a couple of deaths prior to that, but this is the first like big in your face kind of death moment scene that you get with Art. There's a scene where Sienna is out with her friends at the Halloween party. She's dressed up in her warrior outfit that she made. And while they're out and about, her friend slipped her some Molly, which I believe is ecstasy. I'm not too familiar with the terms, but I believe that's what it is. And, they're having a good time. She realizes what happens and has this spastic freak out, and they have to leave. That's not really spoiling anything, because it just kind of goes from there. All in all, I thought this movie was fantastic. It has a unique storyline continuing the tale of Art the Clown, I guess you would say. And sort of, you don't really get an Art the Clown backstory. It just continues on. So again, you don't know who this character really is or what he's doing. He's just a murderous clown, and that's about it. And yes, for this review, I had to wear my Killer Clowns shirt. I just figured it apropos. But all in all, great flick. After we were done, my brother and I were talking about it. We both definitely thought it was... He graded it a little higher than I did. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think he gave it like an 8 out of 10 on his scale. But I gave it a solid 4 out of 5. Definitely recommend checking this one out. If you've seen the first one and everything like that, I don't think you need to watch the first one, because there's not so much a continued storyline, in a sense, that you're getting from it. So I the character of Art the Clown, he comes back, but all in all, it's not like it takes off in some other direction where you need the previous movies. So I definitely say check it out. And if you've seen it, jot down in the comments below what you thought about it. If you loved it, if you hated it, if you thought the first one was so much better than this one, what did you rate it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I have new and exciting videos coming your way. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.